What's going on, people? Let's talk about this. Let me talk about some. Hey, how you doing? I'm Taylor Dean CSA. This is my advice and answers. Okay. So here's what I've done. I've been on Facebook for 10 years. Starting in 2007, it's 2017. I've been on there 10 years. I've always answered questions, given advice, do all these types of different things, right? And so every once in a while, I come across a question or people asking me for my advice on things like that. So everything that I do is unedited. So you ain't gonna hear no music, none of that stuff. Not right now, anyway. But anyway, so I did a post today. All right. So on this post, and I'm gonna break down this video. This video is gonna be amazing. I did a question from somebody else's page, not mine. It's not my question. It's somebody else's question. So it says, thought of the day: why are all conscious queens unmarried with children? Okay. Now let's break that down simply. Why are, this is not mine. This is not my question. This is somebody else's. And I just reposted it on my Facebook page. Why are all conscious queens unmarried with children? Remember the question. Now, we got some comments here, right? So I'm going to go right down my comments. Remember, this is unedited. If you want to follow me, you can go to Taylor Dean CSA hardcore version, or you can go to Taylor Dean CSA unedited. It's just a friend page. I don't have a public page and all that stuff like that. I ain't got all that. So here it is. I'm going down the list, reading. Some women laugh. First lady laughed. The next lady says, I was young. She was young, deaf and blind, all this stupid stuff. Then another lady says, well, now this one particular lady, I'm not going to call the names because I don't want nobody to say, oh, you, I ain't doing all that. So one lady says, she says, the same lady that says, I didn't know nothing. She puts, but now I see, and my daughter is being raised from me learning from my mistakes. I've did a hell of a job raising her to be complete opposite of me. Now watch this. Remember the question. The question is, why are all conscious queens unmarried with children? It didn't say anything about what happened in the past. It says you're conscious. That would mean you're conscious right now. So if you're conscious right now, how come you are unmarried? Watch. The next lady puts, means the men not marrying them. Let's break this down. It's a whole nother part to this. Next lady says, means the men are not marrying them. So if the men are not marrying them, those conscious women, that would mean that those women are not wanted, or it's something that they're doing that a man does not want them for. Let's continue. Now she says, I'm reading it exactly how it says, means our men unmarried with children. So she's saying, well, men are unmarried with children too. So here goes the blame factor. So what she's doing is she is blaming men, just like what she's saying is that you do it too. Like you normally hear the average woman do. Not all, but the average woman, they love to say, well, you do it too, so why can't I do it? Instead of just saying, well, we're talking about conscious women. We're not talking about men. It says conscious women with children. So if you're conscious women with children, that means after you had the child or at a certain point in time, you should be conscious. Correct? And if you are conscious, then shouldn't you have now, because you're different from the other women, you're conscious. So shouldn't you be, quote unquote, attracting men that want to marry you because you're different? Then she put just sexing and making babies. when she's still referencing to the men. In other words, men just walking around just having sex with women and making babies. Well, if I'm not mistaken, a woman does have rights to have a kid, not have a kid, have birth control, after morning after pills, tie her tubes, depot shot, the actual birth control pills, Paragard. She has a whole bunch of options. So the question is, why did you get pregnant? And I'm pretty sure, not all, but I'm pretty sure a majority of women have seen other women single with no man, no husband, no boyfriend, having a hard time. So I'm pretty sure they have actually seen this already. So what made you want to get in that same boat, which you already have seen the examples of how it's not going to work? Interesting, isn't it? Let's continue. Next lady puts, you use the word they are conscious enough to recognize that they are made that they made a bad choice and correct it by walking away. So she got conscious after she had the baby. So she didn't get conscious after she had the baby. She got conscious when her and the dude got into it and she didn't want to do nothing no more. That's pretty much what she's saying right there. Then it says, some people grow up and still act like kids. So you can grow up when people tell you, you need to grow up, man. Grow up, but you still acting like a kid. How can you still be acting like a kid and grow up at the same time? But acting, I guess it's acting, okay. Then it says, while some people grow up and be an adult. So some people grow up and be an adult. And then the other part says, take care of their kids and move on. Now she's saying, because I'm taking care of my kids, the woman, I'm the woman, because she's talking about the conscious woman. Because I'm taking care of my kids, I'm being an adult. When in reality, she didn't have to take care of him. She could have gave the kid to the father. But you know, women don't do that. You get it? Move on. The world doesn't end with your baby daddy. So, what she's saying is, the world don't end with her baby daddy. So, not with her ex-boyfriend, her ex-husband. That means she had sex with a man based off of he was a baby daddy. Meaning he was just a donor. Meaning when she was having sex with him, he wasn't even hers. And she knew it. So, she was unconscious, but when they got into it, then she became a conscious woman. That doesn't make sense, people. Another lady laughs. Another lady puts, bad choices, not settling for BS. Some women are intimidated. No, some men are intimidated. In capital letters, where it says some. Men are intimidated by strong-minded women. Now, watch how this works. So, the woman says, some men are intimidated by strong-minded women. Or is it that men grow up taking on the mentality of women because they were raised by women, which is based off emotion, correct? Per se of the world. And if men are intimidated by strong women, maybe it's because not he's intimidated, but he does not like his woman to act like a man. Because when women represent strength, they always proclaim that as, I can do what a man can do. Rawr. Let's go with some more previous thoughts here. Lady says, I'm curious what attracts a weak man, blah, blah, blah. She says, some men are looking for someone to take care of them. The reason why a lot of men are looking for someone to take care of them, to answer your question, to answer that thought, is because women that raise boys tend to raise their boys like he will always need to be taken care of. That's the reason why you have the Madden Kings. That's the reason why you have those types of boyfriends. Next. There's a difference between help and take care of. Yes. Help and take care of. If a man wants help, that means you are his helpmeet. That will make you his wife. Usually when a man wants to be taken care of is because he was raised by, majority of the time, not all the time, but by a woman that taught him those characteristics, which usually, most of the times, not all the time, women have characteristics of wanting to be taken care of, just like this. If you ever notice, if you a fella, if you ever notice, when she can make more money than you, but she wants you to spend the money for the date. And if you don't spend the money for the date and she's always paying for the date, she flips it on you and says, I'm always doing for you, but you ain't being a man about it and taking care of yours. And then she flips it back the other way, which is a contradiction. She flips it back the other way. You can pay for the date and she'll say, well, I can pay for my own date. I don't need you to pay for anything. I make more money than you. See how it works? She plays the game. The back and forth game. Moving on. So another lady wrote and whatever like that. And then one lady puts, they attract weak men because those men need someone to tell them what to do. And they like being in control of the man. They like feeling they have the power. That's why some who have money take care of men who don't have money. They work while he stays at home. Strong men will not allow a woman to overpower him. He's walking in his role as being a leader. And no true leader will let those they are to lead them. If I'm a teacher, why would I let the student teach the class? Strong women say that they want a strong man and may think it's true, but their actions say otherwise. She just proved my entire point. She just said, a lot of women say they're strong. What they're trying to say is, I ain't gonna let you run over me, which is understandable. You don't want to be hurt. You don't want to have some issues or whatever like that. That's very understandable. But at the same time, you want a man to be a man. You want him to be the leader. You want to be the head of the household and all that stuff like that. But you want to be in control because you like the power, so you can say you run the show. But a smart woman, a good woman, a woman that really has that mindset recognizes that a man tends to want to do for a woman. He works for women. And if you're a smart woman, not saying you're dumb if you don't, but if you're a smart woman, you would know, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I can be with this man want to do for me. You manage the system anyway. But most women don't get that. But here we go. Let's go back to the last part and we'll be done with this video. Here we go. Let me click on. All right. And it says it right here. It says it right there. I don't want y'all to think I'm just reading in the air. Okay, here we go. Let's go up. Okay. And this last part, and then we'll be finished. It says, but some of those strong-minded women are dumbing down for guys that don't want to do anything to do better themselves and take it so they can say they have someone do they won't feel alone. What? Okay, because she probably was typing fast. Hold on, let me try to see if I can clear this up. Let me try to clear this up. But some strong-minded women are dumbing down for guys that don't want to do anything or to better themselves and take it so they can say they have someone so they can have someone to do so they won't feel alone. So here's the thing. Now here's the funny thing. A lot of times when you hear these ladies and they say things like, yo, yeah, these strong-minded women are dumbing down. So let me ask you a question. How are you dumbing down? If you're a conscious and you're a strong woman, why would you dumb down and try to be with a guy if your intent wasn't not to be with that man? That doesn't make sense. If you're a strong woman, you don't dumb down. You just go find him. You just keep going until you find a man that's strong or stronger than you. Correct? I'm Taylor Dean CSA. You be the best unedited version of yourself that you can be. Till next time, peace.